Hi there, welcome back to another video of this course. Now in this video we'll be taking a look at individual post insights. So let's get into this video. Now to begin with, let me show you how to view the individual post insights. So as you can see on the screen, on the left side you have to click on the profile icon, and I pointed an arrow to the profile icon. And after clicking on the My Profile icon, you have to take that particular post of which you need to view your insights. And you can see that there's a View Insights icon at the bottom, and I pointed the arrow towards there. So if you click on that View Insights icon, you would be able to view the individual post insights. So now as you can see on the screen, this is how the individual post insights look like. And you can see that there are a lot of things. So let's take a look at them one by one. So now as you can see on the screen, the first thing that you're going to see on the individual post insights are the engagements. So you can see that these four things are collectively called engagements: the number of likes, the number of comments, the number of reshares, and lastly the number of saves. So now as I've shown on the screen, your main focus should be on getting more number of reshares as well as more number of saves. Well, a lot of people are obsessed with getting a huge number of likes as well as a huge number of comments. And what they forget about is that they forget to focus on the number of reshares as well as the number of saves. So you might ask me, why should I focus on the number of reshares as well as the number of saves? Well, I think I have told you about this earlier, but let me repeat it to you as it is important. Well, to repeat it and answer that question, well, I have two answers for you, and the first answer would be when you have a huge number of reshares as well as a huge number of saves, what it indicates is that your content is having a tremendous amount of value, and also it indicates that your followers really like your content, and that is the reason why people save your content as well as they reshare your content on their Instagram story as well as to other people. And that is the first thing that I wanted to tell you, and that is focus on the number of reshares as well as the number of saves, and automatically you will be pumping up the numbers of likes as well as comments. Okay, great. Now let's move on to the next thing that you see on the individual post insights. So as you can see on the screen, these two things are the next things that you see on the individual post insights, and they are the reach insights as well as impressions. So now you might ask me, what is the difference between a reach as well as impressions? So let me kickstart this by giving you the difference between a reach as well as an impression. So as you can see on the screen, the definition of reach is the total number of people who viewed your post. And on the right side, you can see that the definition for an impression is that the number of times a particular post was viewed. And if you still haven't understood the difference between a reach and an impression, imagine that I posted an Instagram post, and imagine that I viewed my post 10 times. So in that case, the reach would be 1 because I am only a single person and the post has been reached to one person, and that is me. And the impression would be 10 because that post has been seen 10 times, and it does not matter whether the same person viewed it or not. It is just the number of times that particular post was viewed. So in that particular case, as I've said, the reach would be 1 and the impression would be 10. So I hope you understood the difference between what a reach is and what an impression is. So now let's take a look at the reach metrics as well as the impressions metrics. So as you can see on the left side of the screen, I posted the reach metrics. And under the reach metrics, you can see that one particular post of mine got a reach of 104,718. And just below that, you can see that there is a division of the reach between followers as well as non-followers. And you can see that around 6,217 of my followers saw my contents, and the rest of the people who saw this content, that was around 98,501 people, those people were non-followers, or the people who weren't following my Instagram page. So you can see the division of followers versus non-followers. So another thing that you have to note here is that I posted this post when I had around 10,000 followers. So around 6,000 out of my 10,000 followers saw my contents. So you can see that when I had only 10,000 followers, around 98,000 people came to see this post. So that means that a lot of new people are coming and visiting your Instagram page, and that is actually a very good sign. But on the other side, you can see that only 6,217 of my followers saw this post out of the 10,000 people. So that is also actually an okay sign. But imagine that if you had around 10,000 followers and only 100 people saw from your followers, then that means that you're having a huge number of ghost followers. So I'll be talking about ghost followers and how to tackle the problem of ghost followers in one of the coming sections of this course, and that section is called Important Things to Note. So I'll be talking about ghost followers over there. Now let's take a look at the impressions metrics, and you can see that under the impressions you can see from explore, from hashtags, from home, from other. So I'll be focusing on from hashtags. So you can see that around 26,957 people came to see this post from hashtags. So how will I use this metrics of hashtags? And what you have to do is that one thing that I wanted to remind you is that you should not use individual post insights isolated, or you should not use them individually. What you have to do is that you have to take the individual post insights of the contents that you posted for say a week or say for a month, and you have to compare those insights with each other. So that is how you use individual post insights. So imagine that I have 3 sets of hashtags and I want to find out which set of hashtags works the best. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be using these 3 sets of hashtags alternatively, and I'll be using them over for a month, and I'll be comparing with each and every post, and I'll be able to find out which type of hashtags works the best for my Instagram page, and I'll be trying to focus more on those kinds of hashtags. So I hope you understood how to use this metrics. You have to use it in comparison with other individual post insights and not just in isolation. So now let's move on to the last and final thing that you're going to see on the individual post insights, and that is the profile activity. So you can see that the number of profile visit is 238, and you can see that the number of follows is 77. So how will I use this profile activity? So what you have to do is that you have to focus more on the profile visits. So if a huge number of people are visiting your profile, then that means that they like your contents, and that is the reason why they're checking into your Instagram profile, and they would be checking your other contents, and if they like your other contents, then they would be following you. So you have to try to pump those numbers up of profile visits. And as I've said in the previous slide, try to use these individual post insights in comparison, say over a 7 days period or say over a 1 month period. So what you'll be doing is that when you post over say 1 week, and if you notice that 1 or 2 type of similar posts gets a huge number of profile visits, then that is an indication that people like that particular content. And what you have to do is that you have to try to create more of those type of contents where you get more profile visits. So I hope you understood how to use the profile activity too. Now that is the end of the individual post insights. So I hope you got an idea on how to use the individual post insights, and that is the end of this video, and we'll be continuing in the next video.